I have my awesome sister here staying with us for 3 months with me. That's my sister. And Angel's going to talk about her story a little bit, but we thought we'd start with a video with Bay Area Life. Cisco has underwritten 4 videos this year for Bay Area Life, the year that we turned 10 years old. So essentially this is the College of Adaptive Arts is an equitable college experience for adults with special needs who historically haven't had access to college ed. So the second one just came out, but I like this one because this one has some pictures of Angel in it, and then we'll go from there. And thanks to JR for his help. We're all about transforming perception and getting the students to connect with the community at large and transforming that perception of disability and possibility.
Sound good? In work projection, you can do it.
Just amazing to see the passion and the emotion and the excitement of the CAA student population. When you see it, personally, it really deeply resonates.
Dee and I started the College of Adaptive Arts when we were working with another organization with children and realized at the age of 22 they were aging out of a lot of programs. So we decided to start a program for those that were out of the children's system, 23 and up, as more of a conservatory of maybe performing arts, music, drama, dance, film. The first day we had no one.
We
It was
opened our
teacher
doors.
work day.
Yeah, no one showed up.
And then the second day we had one.
Yeah. And by the end of that was a 3-week workshop, 1 class, and we had 12 students in the summer of 2009.
Now we have easily 100 students per quarter. We're definitely using every square inch of the space that we have, so we're looking to expand.
My experience with my sister Angel, who's almost like my twin, really played into the need for services when they became adults, and so that really brought home the fact that there really needs to be more out there for adults to authentically continue to learn and become the best versions of themselves.
And it's wonderful because one of the things that connected DeAnna and I is that I have a daughter with special needs. So we thought, well, let's get together and talk to the families and students and see how we can put something together for them so that they have that next step.
Like what I'm saying. Do you guys remember the warm-ups that we do where we're saying unique New York?
Yeah.
Stuff like that?
Yeah.
So
This is a unique model, really no other model that we can find exists doing exactly this, which is bringing that larger, more community college model to the adults with distinct diploma tracks and credits that they earn with a structure and a style of
Graduation ceremonies
accreditation.
and credits,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah. We like to say that we'd like to become the Special Olympics type model for education. So it's just a lifelong learning space for students and adults that are continually hungry to learn.
Community Health Partnership, a consortium of community clinics. We are neighbors with CAA, and every day when I come to work, I find a group of students anxiously waiting for the doors to open. Honestly, what I see is this excitement and joy and glee waiting to get into class. CAA makes me feel that there is an organization that has brought a population up to the level where everyone should be. So kudos to them.
Cisco has supported CAA for about 5 to 6 years. Cisco has a ton of parents of special needs kids at all ages and all capability levels. So I have 3 kids, a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old. They're all special needs of some shape or form. So for me personally, while it's really important to live in the moment when you're raising any kid, especially a special needs kid, it's nice to know that there's organizations like this in the future that can support us as a family and my sons if in fact we need that when they get to that age.
My relationship with CAA came about because my brother is a student at CAA. And I was able to see how he was engaging and benefiting from the program. And so I got passionate about the cause, supported the cause, and then got Cisco involved. And so CAA provides this really supportive place where, my brother John is able to actually pursue his passion. he's super active in the sports program, he's been active in the arts program, and it just it adds a depth to his life that's really powerful. Individual donors can make a big impact, and corporate donors can, of course, really move the needle on the organization. And so I view it as a rewarding outlet for my creative and altruistic passions, because I can see the difference, and I can see the impact that I personally can make, and the organizations I'm involved with can make.
And now you can spend a whole weekend with me!
We've been working with CAA for about 4 years, I believe. City Lights Theater Company is a live theater company, so we provide a venue that's a live theater for them to hold their audition workshops, and then twice a year they have a showcase.
I'm sorry, my book break. My book break didn't work.
After watching them, they're not disabilities, it's just a different way of working. They're able to do things, you just have to provide the right tool for them to do it. If you're an organization who has the opportunity to work with CAA, I'd say do it.
You can help make a difference by donating to College of Adaptive Arts. Visit collegeofadaptivearts.org to learn more.
Do you want to tell your story a little bit? What would you like to say, Angel?
Well, here's the newsletter
We have a newsletter.
from her place, and I love computers. I love high tech, and here's a lot of pictures if you want to take a look to pass around in here. It's a good opportunity. It's for all these kids in here, and everything is up to my sister.
Wonderful, yeah. And so, so when you were in high school, you had a lot of opportunities. You're pretty popular with the cheerleaders. Is that true? In high school?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And you took art classes in high school?
That is my goal. I just want to be an artist.
You want to be an artist, very good. And I have one of your pieces in my home, right?
And I got some in my bag if you want to see them. If you do, let me know. I'm going to pass this around.
And then, so on Saturday night, we have, right now we have 9 schools of instruction in our college. We had one class when we started in 2009 at Capital Dance Company in South San Jose. Capital Dance rented us a room for $50 a day, and I was terrified at how much money that was. I had no idea I was going to pay for it. I was coming out of the classroom as a school teacher, and we had 12 students, so we at least covered the cost of the rent of that space. And yeah, now we have 112 students enrolled this quarter. So Saturday night is our School of Communication Showcase. So that's one of our 9 schools of instruction, and it's our Metamorphosis Showcase. And so Angel has written a speech, and so we thought for the people who might not make it Saturday night, she's going to give her speech. Everybody's going to either read or recite or do sign language or tell a poem on Saturday night. So here's a sneak preview of Angel's speech.
You better get some Kleenex out.
All right.
Okay. Okay. My body's not quiet here.
You'll get it. You'll be good. I'm gonna get a
I
little
need
bit.
your hand.
Okay.
Okay. This is to my mom.
To your mom. She's missing her mom a lot. She hasn't seen her since December. Okay.
Okay, here I go.
Mm-hmm.
One, Thanksgiving.
You want me to start for a while?
Yeah, can
Okay,
you?
one Thanksgiving evening at my home in Indiana, my family and I decided to go around the table and say what we're thankful for. When it got to my turn, I said, well, I thank you for not putting me in an institution. and this is a real story, she really did tell my parents this in Indiana. My mom says that I was a healthy baby girl with soft pink skin who happened to have Down syndrome. I believe I was handpicked by God to be sent to my family down here on earth.
My mom told me she screamed at the doctors that morning on August 8th, 1973,
When
they told her 10 minutes after I was born that I used to fly.
You can do it. What did the doctors tell your mom?
Never be able to walk or talk.
And that where should mom put you?
In solution
Institution.
because I was able to grow.
Keep going, love. You can do it. You got this. You got this. A little theatrics going on.
Can't help it.
Yeah, okay.
With my family,
Uh-huh.
I really learned how to talk, walk and talk,
Yep.
and I love to make people laugh
Yep.
and giggle
Uh-huh.
with my jokes.
She is a good joke teller.
I'm really great telling jokes.
Yep.
I can't do anything just like regular people.
Yep.
I also have been blessed to have two wonderful sisters.
Mhm.
Always have my back.
Yep. Thank you. Ramon's got your back too. Yep.
And I have awesome brother. Always had my back. Be the aunt of two beautiful nieces, Angelie, named after me,
Named Underly after you. Yep.
and Nina,
Mm-hmm.
and a new baby nephew named Shepherd.
Shepherd.
I'm a gift to my family. Thank you for listening to my story.
So that is Ramon, question.
Yes. Can you tell us a joke?
Okay.
The best one you have.
The best one you have.
Oh, I got a good one.
Is it clean? That's my question.
Trust me, it's clean.
No, trust you, it's clean.
Pink is okay.
Okay.
How about you play with me?
All right.
Okay. CAA.
Yeah. I have to play with you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, CAA, yeah. Can I tell a joke that you told at church in Indiana that mom doesn't want me to tell?
Well, first,
Uh-huh.
we gotta do this big joke for that nice guy.
For that nice guy over there. Okay. So what's the CAA joke? What's the joke from CAA?
Well, it goes like this.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
CAA.
CAA who?
I gotta say, we gotta get more CAA clients.
More students, huh? Nice, nice.
Actually, I really want you guys save my sister's building. 100%, all the way. I don't want to crush it down.
Yeah, so she's told the building owner, Case Swenson, that she wants to talk with him. So I have a call in to Case Swenson to see if we can have a conversation, because it is being torn down. In a church in Indiana, my mom took her to a prayer group on a Wednesday night, and each person, it was a Bible study group or something, and each person got to go around and pray about something, and it got to Angel, it was Angel's turn, and Angel said, "Dear Lord, please help my mom stop cussing."
Now that is a good joke.
That is a good joke, yeah, so that's the church joke. Yeah. So that's essentially how we got started with this college. Do you guys have any questions?
Well, to kind of follow up the comment you just made on the building, what's the status and the outlook and all that stuff in terms of relocating?
So I'm in discussions with the county to see if there might be some potential funding, particularly for a portable. I'm in discussions with City College, Chancellor in the school district. They understand what we want and how we want to be that next layer down from an associate's degree. So there's a lot of positive discussions happening, but nothing set in stone. I believe contractually we have a month-to-month. We are definitely on a month-to-month, but I think that there's a clause where if we get the call tomorrow that we need to exit, we have 6 months.
And when's the last date? Have they given a date that the building's gonna?
They have not. No, it's just part of the redevelopment zone of downtown San Jose as Google's coming in. It's not in the Google zone necessarily, but the redevelopment zone with all the walkways and the bikes and trails and things like that. So there's definitely something in the works, but the property manager said it's still confidential.
Yeah.
But he was able to tell me that he's been told not to make any upgrades on the building.
Have you talked to Google at all?
Me and 10,000 other people waiting in line, I have no access to anyone to get into Google or Facebook or NVIDIA for that matter. It's extremely hard as a small and grassroots charity here in the Silicon Valley because unless you align with the vision and mission of their particular interest, it's next to impossible to get any funding.
Being that I see that you have some kind of partnership with Cisco.
Yep.
Couldn't you take advantage? I mean,
Absolutely, we're leveraging.
Cisco's CEO probably can talk to someone important on that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to the level of Cisco CEO, but they did come back. We were only going to pay for one Bay Area Life, and we had such a great time doing a professional development for their staff that I asked to see if they would underwrite 4 segments, and they said yes. So we're leveraging as much attention as we possibly can get.
What is the course like, and the curriculum, is it customizable, and what's the tuition cost?
So there are 10 schools, we're introducing our 10th school of business this year. Each class is exactly 1 hour long. We do not require the students to be able to read, to write. There are no tests, there are no papers, and all instruction happens in class. What you will notice there, my business partner is getting her doctorate in curriculum and instruction in special needs adults in higher education. And so each class goes through 4 15-minute segments called the ARTS model, where we access new information. And then the R is we respond or practice. The T is that we transfer it to a particular activity. And then the S is that we either sustain or showcase. So that's kind of the backbone of it. We ask the adults to just sign up for classes that they have an interest in. Each class is 1 hour long. We have over 45 course offerings now from 9 years ago, 10 years ago. We have 45 course offerings. The mindset is that if the adults walk through the door and they want to learn, they get an A+ for the day. And yes, we have our graduation ceremony, we have our holiday concert choir, but when they get their diplomas, which are privately accredited and non-transferable diplomas, we welcome them to come back and continue to learn forever. So it really is, it's a little bit symbolic in that it's just a lifelong space for learning. But that said, it's real instruction, and they're learning new stuff, and between sign language and Spanish instruction and clay animation and adaptive guitar and graduate research studies. And the good news is when students say, I want to learn this, if we can find a teacher, then we could keep on learning. And what I love about Pivotal in particular and foster youth is that your population of adults that have, I just say, complex backgrounds make the perfect professors and leaders of our college, because our adults could care less what you look like or what language you speak or where you come from. All they care about is that you're going to be kind to them, you're going to treat them like an adult, and you have something to teach them.
You know, at that point, we've got a few folks that are studying, social work and child development, and we've got some sponsorship money, so maybe there's an opportunity to.
And so the community, so that's one thing I've been really trying to leverage with community colleges, is that their big focus is on STEM and getting all of these at-risk kids into STEM and science and tech, and that is noble and essential and awesome. There is a swath of kids that are not going to be STEM, right? They're just not, and they could be given leadership opportunities for being the professors because they are teachers of adults at our college. And it's really working. We have a young man with a very complex background, and he has made the perfect teacher. And he never had a family before, and now he very much says that this is his family. We are helping him, and he's very much helping us.
Thank you, Dean. And a cost for?
It's $245 per class per quarter, and it's 9 weeks of instruction. Now, we've been vendorized with the regional center, so about 90% of our students don't pay anymore because the regional center covers up to 7 classes each quarter. So, and we're not making living wages. It's still a lot of labor of love between Pam and myself, and that's how we're able to make it work. So we're only a quarter of the way to where we need to be financially sustainable. So if Pam and Dee go away, it will continue to live on its own. So that's not a great place to be from a business model, but you got to start somewhere. So, but every little donation helps a lot, but we're debt-free. We're entirely debt-free. We don't own a credit card. We don't owe anybody any money, and we've grown 750% since we started. But it's not an easy sell to understand why these type of adults need education and why you're just not training them to pick up trash on the floor. And that's not our mindset.
Is there anything like this anywhere else?
You can't find it.
This is the only one.
We would love to be proven wrong. And it is our vision to take this model nationwide, because every college campus really should have this level of education, because it's just social justice, because adults want to just learn and not be treated like they're in a nursing home in a lot of the day programs. Some of them are great, some of them they don't do a whole lot during the day.
I think other countries are actually serving the population in a more just way. I'd love to learn about that.
Yeah.
I think that's true.
Absolutely, and we just need to connect and learn from each other. And JR is building this freaking amazing website now, or his team is, to showcase all of our artistic stuff, art and music and songs and video, and and then a really awesome component is we're inviting artists with disabilities from around the world to upload their stuff. and just
Awesome,
have,
awesome content.
it's amazing, I'm so excited.
Content's awesome.
Yeah, and so that's really cool, so that's a nice element that's coming, because then we feel like, oh man, people in the Philippines and, you know, people in Thailand, any place, we can just have a conversation, well, why don't we try this, why don't we try that, you know, that.
Do you ever have areas where you can help, where you can use volunteers that are just here and there? For instance, I know my wife and my daughter do, I believe it's called Night to Shine or something like that.
Yeah, Tim Tebow's thing, it was a couple of weeks ago.
They've helped with that.
With the hair and.
Yeah, my wife has done the hair,
Yeah.
my daughter's done
Done the makeup.
different things where they, they cheer or whatever it is that they want. Do you ever have any opportunities?
Well,
or
we
something
have
that, or
like
it's not
Saturday
fun?
night's the showcase night at the church. We have our golf tournament coming up. We have our giving luncheon. You
So
know,
when you have events, that's
we have
when
events. Yeah,
Best golf tournament.
it's really fun. It's really joyful.
It's a good
Yeah,
golf tournament.
yeah. Once, if and when we move, we're going to need all the help in the world to move
Okay.
out of here. And my best guess is that the K Swinson would probably find us another Swinson building to move into. But if we're gonna do all of this, we really don't wanna go lateral. And we're 10 years strong and we are college. And the one thing I told Dr. Byron really, a 6'5" Indian man came through our doors who happened to have autism. And I'm married to an Indian man, so I guess I can say Indian man, but he was the biggest guy I'd ever seen, right? And he sat down and started crying. I'm like, this is weird, right? And he started crying. His parents were there, and he goes like this, and he goes, I thought this was a real college, you know? And that, you know, we're pretending like we're a real college because we're in a 4,200 square foot big box, just like this, running all of our schools. But he wants to be at a college, and these adults want to be at a college, and they're never going to access an accredited degree, and that's not the point. But they really are hungry to learn past age 22. And the next segment is developmentally for adults that get their whole lives pulled out under them at age 22. All state resources for education go away. Truthfully, they're just kind of waking up to who they are as a person at the same time that so many resources go away. And it's a profoundly traumatic time for many families of individuals with special needs at age 22 because everything changes. The landscape entirely changes.
Have you thought of speaking to the Santa Clara County Association of Realtors?
I will speak to any and every organization.
Let's talk after the meeting because that right there might help you as well, for maybe a little bit of financial support, but
I applied a couple of times for a grant. I haven't gotten it. We got it the first time, but we haven't been successful the last couple of times for the SCC.
Let's talk after
the building right here.
It's just right here.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right here, but
So we've applied, but it's just hit or miss.
this
but
year might be a good year for you.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay. Well, we're 10 years strong. We really are. Our goal is to get 100 new donors this year. We need 100 new recurring donors, and we're asking for $10 a month recurring. And the reason why we're asking recurring because as a nonprofit, it's predictable income then. If we can make it recurring, that we know that every year. And so if we can do, $10 a month, that's $120 a year. My phone's just not working. I'm trying really hard to turn it off.
Yeah, let me do it.
So yeah, that's our goal.
You just did.
I did. I turned it off then. So yeah, we pretty much grew up as twins, and I tell people the way I was greeted as a kid is that people are like, "Hi Dee, where's Angel?"
I'm here in the flesh. And now we look like twins.
Yes, we're twins today. You see it? We went out. And okay, last thing, and then we'll turn it back. Tell them your good news as of today.
Well, starting this morning, I lost 23 pounds.
Since December 27th, she has lost 23 pounds.
And I get a brand new droid pretty soon.
When? How many more pounds do you have to lose?
Is it 7 to go?
Wow.
You can do it.
7 to go, so it's all about the price.
So excited.
Price work, yeah.
My sister is my rock, my hero. She's my teacher.
Yeah, and so I'm singing a special song at intermission on Saturday night for Angel. So it's super family friendly. So if you guys want to come out, it's going to be awesome. And all these adults are just giving their poetry and reading. It's awesome.
Mine is hit the ballpark.
Yours hit the ballpark. You hit it out of the ballpark, didn't you?
It's a winner.
It's a winner.
She's my winner.
All right, enough theatrics here.
Oh, they're funny. You told me to talk to them. Now it's your turn.
I'm done.
Oh, my bad.
Nice to meet you, Angel.
Thank you.
We're so glad you came.
Yeah,
Thank you.
like your jokes.
Thank you very much.
Do you know what this young man's name is?
That I don't know.
It's the same name as our brother.
Doug?
Doug, is that correct?
Oh, my Lanta. Very interesting.
Very interesting, isn't it?
I didn't know you had a brother named Doug.
Yeah, and you know this young man over here gave the tissue. He's the one that painted our house.
Really?
Really? Legit. Yeah.
Dude. You're so good.
It's really good.
My guy,
Isn't he? Yeah. That's all we got.
Well, he's a keeper for you.
He's a keeper, huh? Absolutely, he's a keeper.
So how do you like being in California?
It's growing on me.
It's growing on you. Do you miss the snow?
I have a boyfriend.
In California?
No,
Oh, back in the snow.
I have a boyfriend, and he lives in Bluffton. And
What is he getting today in the mail? Valentine teddy bear and Valentine chocolate and
Wow, lucky him.
Valentine card, and he does call me on his cell phone, and I love that man so much. And I miss him so crazy.
4 more weeks, she's going back. So,
Where is that?
Bluffton, Indiana. It's south of Fort Wayne. So she likes being with her sister, but she misses her family in Indiana.
I can't help it. I can't help it. No, wait. How should I put that?
You like both. You like both places.
I still do. But inside of this kicker of mine,
Kicker?
do you mind?
I think it's a ticker, not a kicker, a ticker.
Either one.
Okay.
I really want to be out here. I still do, but I really don't want to brag that much, but she's my taxi, she's my driver, and this is my last thing I gotta say.
I don't believe you.
Oh, real funny.
Oh, thank you.
She really don't want me to say this at all, so this is my last time I'm going to say this. Since she make the cottage all by herself, all about me, and I thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
And so I got 2 words for all of you guys. My 2 words is my name. This cottage I'm taking for now. My name is Famous Angel. And now if I go straight to the cottage, if I do, she don't want me to say that. No way, no how.
You're just a regular college student. When you're up at the college, you're not Famous Angel.
See, do you see my point now? So I just want you to know about that, okay?
She's really famous in real life, but she can't brag about being famous when she's at the college.
That is the problem right there. So deep down I am, but just remember, I'm a good person, very good person. I like just give my sister a bigger place, bigger building, and the biggest car wash ever.
She thinks we should have a car wash to save the building.
100% all the way. That would be the best donation for all the kids all together.
That's all we got.
That's it?
That's all we got. Yep.